Yo, what's happening, people? Arsenal beat Fulham at Craven Cottage in the opening game of the season. This is your match review. Yo, what's happening, people? We're back with a new season, new Premier League season, and a new Arsenal, it looks like. We've got a new Arsenal because things are changing at the clubs, especially in comparison to how we started last season. We've got a new manager, we've got a new formation, we've got some new players, we've got some old players. So it was all a bit of a mishmash of everything, really. Obviously, pre-game, we heard that Martinez was going to be sold, or there's clubs in talk with Martinez. We heard Brighton and Villa have both made a bid. It looks like he's actually gone up to Birmingham to speak to Aston Villa. So that deal was looking imminent. So we kind of knew Leno was going to start in goal for Arsenal. And I guess Arsenal got a couple of weeks to try and find a backup goalkeeper for Leno. There's talks of Raya coming in from Brentford. But yeah, in terms of the game, the team slightly changed to what I thought. Saliba wasn't in the squad, whether he picked up a knock or an injury pre-game. But he wasn't in the squad at all. So that means Gabriel started in the back three with Holding and Tierney. And then we had El Neni, surprising starter. After he played well with the Community Shield, he started again in the middle with Xhaka. Bellerin made the nails. And then we had Willian, Lacazette and Aubameyang up top. And boy, good start. Very good start, man. And I guess it's Fulham, you expect to beat them. But it's with Arsenal playing so well against the big teams in the past few months. It was about how they can replicate that against the smaller teams. And that's what's going to be a case of throughout the rest of the season. Now, Fulham didn't exactly play with a low block and let us, come at them. They actually played quite a high-pressing game, which almost forced an error from the start. Maitland-Niles played the ball back to Leno. It was kind of towards in the middle of Gabriel and Leno, and they kind of got their wires mixed up. And Gabriel left it to Leno left it a little bit to Gabriel. And then I think Fulham striker, was Kamara, got in. Leno ended up making a good save to stop that. But a little bit of communication issues there going on. Obviously, Gabriel's only had one training session, I believe. So yeah, it's early mix up at the back. But as I said, that's going to go when you get teams high pressing against you. But after that, we looked relatively comfortable at the back. And I must say, after we got that out of our system, Gabriel had a brilliant game, and we'll get to him in a bit. But yeah, overall, we controlled the game quite well. I thought we passed it quite well. And Willian. I didn't expect him to have an impact like that. Like, I knew he would be good for us because we know what he's like. We know the quality he has. But to come on your debut in West London, which you know so well, and get 2 assists, and had a hand in the third goal as well, is brilliant. I mean, that first goal, I think it was like 17 passes or whatever, till Xhaka shot miscued into Willian's path. He took the shot and Lacazette tapped it in. Again, it's all part of Arteta's pass and movement from the back to the front. There seems a way of being able to play out of the high press and get through to the end and to get the goal. And it was a brilliant goal in terms of the move all the way through from front to back. Aubameyang, Xhaka, Willian, Lacazette all involved in that as well. So there's definitely clearly a plan there to get them forward, to get them in to get the goal. And then Willian himself had an opportunity from a free kick. And for the first time in a little while, I know Aubameyang scored a free kick last year, and I know Pepe scored one last year as well, and Lacazette has done in the past. But when we got a free kick on the edge of the box and I saw Willian had the ball, for the first time in a while, probably since Van Persie Henry days, where you're like, Yeah, this look like this can, you know what I mean? There's hope there again. There's proper hope from a set piece specialist. Willian took the ball. I was like, everyone else just better go away. Just give Willian his thing. Give him his chance. And his free kick hit the post. He went keeper side. I think probably because it was so close to the goal, there was actually a Fulham player jumped under the wall as well, and he hit the post with a free kick. And I'm thinking, boy, Willian on set pieces this year, I'm good with that still. And that proved my point literally 2 minutes into the second half. Rob Holding tried bust, couple kick-ups, got a corner, Willian whipped it in, and Gabriel had a free header on Michael Hector and headed it past the Fulham goalkeeper for 1-0. And yeah, man, I was happy with that. That's perfect. Like, two debutants combining, the two Brazilians combining, Willian and Gabriel, to get his first goal for the club on his debut, just settles them nerves in. You know, and you can't tell them, you ain't a goal scorer, or you don't get goals enough from the back, because there you go, on your debut, there's a goal and an official assist for Willian. The first one doesn't go down as an assist, but the second one definitely does. And the third goal was literally a carbon copy of what we saw in the Community Shield against Liverpool, playing out the back, fully through that high Fulham press. Got it to Gabriel, got it to Lacazette, who held the ball up nicely, and that's a big part of his game, which I think he's underrated sometimes. The fact that he can just hold up a ball and lay it off to a man. Willian picked it up and played a delicious ball. As I said, very similar to the balls Saka played for Aubameyang in the Community Shield. Touchdown. And the good thing of that is that Lacazette brought Hector out from the back as well, because Hector followed him all the way through to the halfway line. Hector's out of position, which means that the defence is a bit out of place. But Aubameyang does what Aubameyang does, isn't it, man? Cuts in on that right foot, and it's a wrap. It's an absolute wrap from there on in, to make it 3-0, and that pretty much sealed the win. This is what I want, you know. This is what I wanted from Arsenal. Goals from elsewhere. Now, like, it's nice that Aubameyang gets braces, hat tricks, you know, handling all the goals. But to see Lacazette on the score sheet, to see Gabriel on the score sheet, to see a goal from a corner, to see that there's other ways. The way Willian was playing with his shot that could have gone in off the free kick. There's goals from elsewhere. That's what I want to see this season. I don't want to have to look and see Aubameyang's got 20 goals and our next top scorer is, I don't know, Willian with 5 and Martinelli with 1 or 2. And you know what I mean? I want everyone to really be getting their hand in goals. And I think it looks like, hopefully if we do bring in another creative midfielder, that we can create more chances for more people to get on the score sheet. The youngsters, Saka and Ketia, when they get their chances as well. So a very good start, man. I'm very happy with that. Willian was definitely my man of the match. Controlled the game for us. Played some delicious balls over the top for Aubameyang and anyone else making a run onto them. So he looks impressive. I got confused between him and Oneni a couple of times with the afros. But listen, I'm happy with that good start. And as I said before, we needed to win this game just to get the 3 points out the bag. Yeah, I predict Arsenal to win this 2-0. They won it 3-0. And throughout the season, I'm going to just be doing those little Ramsey versus Arsenal just to see where I think Arsenal will end up based game by game at the end of the season. So far, Arsenal have outdone me. I predicted 2-0 and they won 3-0. And yeah, we'll just see how that goes throughout the season to see, if we actually get to where I hope Arsenal can get to. And listen, if we bring in a couple more signings, there's no reason why we can't challenge for the top 4. I know it's going to be tough. I know other teams are stronger, but you don't play every single team every week. You got to get your job done against the other teams. And it's West Ham next week at the Emirates, so we've got to just head focus now again for that. And whilst West Ham are in a bit of a tricky period, let's try and get the 3 points there. But yeah, brilliant result from Arsenal, man. I'm happy to see that we started the season well. Let's just keep this up. Guys, thanks for watching. See you soon.